Today we're going to be giving you a tour
of our Airstream that we've named Odyssey.
I'm going to be giving you a tour of the exterior, and Aaron's going to take over and give you a tour of the interior. We bought this 30-foot 2005 bunkhouse about a year ago. We lived in it for 6 months, and we've been on the road for 3. So we've been living in it more or less full-time for 9 months. We thought this would be a good time to give you a tour and let you see our home. So on the outside, everything is pretty much standard. Full-size awning for it. That works pretty well. We did have an issue with the awning where we broke one of the claw foots. We improperly put it away, so I'm ordering one of those. I need to fix it. In this first rear compartment, I keep all of my electrical cables when we're not using them, and it works really good for that storage. So coming around to the back, right here is where I keep all of my sewage connections when I'm not using them. And right here is where I keep my freshwater filters and hoses when I'm not using them. This is a non-freshwater hose that I keep here in case we need to do something else. So coming around to this side right now, we have a set with full hookups. So you'll see that all right here, general, just sewage, freshwater, and power. Nothing strange there. Shower. We really haven't made any modifications to the outside. And then in the front compartment up here, I keep a few odds and ends, some insulation. I don't really use this compartment that much because it's kind of a pain to get to because of the batteries. We are big fans of the Blue Ox Pro Sway system. You'll see it's hooked up on here. We're going to be doing an additional review of that. And then I always keep it, even when we're in a pretty good RV park, locked up. 2 locks there to make sure we're okay. Overall, we really like this Airstream. We actually think it may be a little long for us. We actually were looking for a 25-foot used model when we found this one, but it was a good deal, so we didn't pass it up. We probably brought too much stuff with us, and we're still trying to thin out some of that stuff. But hand it over to Erin and she'll give you a tour of the inside.
So now we're going to go inside of Odyssey and take a tour of that. And before we go inside, I'll just apologize. In the video of the exterior, it's super dirty right now. Sedona got we're in Sedona right now, and it got a lot of rain, and we were on a Forest Service road camping the first few nights, boondocking, and got some mud on our, and then some streaks on the side from bushes that touched the side of the Airstream. So we got to buff those out and clean it up, but the inside is clean, which it isn't always. So come on in. When you come into our model, you come right into the kind of main living space. We've got a dinette here, which when we bought it was just a traditional dinette. We've kind of converted it into more of like a couch. And we had that cushion made for the middle and put like a piece of plywood across it, but pretty easy. It's nothing that you can't just take out the plywood and take up the cushion and convert it back into a dinette. We really didn't want to change the dinette in case we sell it and somebody, you know, obviously wants to have somewhere to sit and eat their dinner. But yeah, and then this table is not the original one that came with it. It's just one that fits nicely in here, and we can move it in and outdoors pretty easily. But our model had the option of right in this space either having a desk, which is what we have. This kind of becomes a desk, and you can have a chair there and a chair here. And it was supposed to come with a chair, but when we bought it used, the chair was no longer there. So, but the other option in this model was to have a couch here, like a little futon couch, a jackknife couch that became a bed, which we wish we had that. And we've thought about ripping this out, but for now we use it as storage. We keep our liquor there, and when we're traveling, we actually keep our microwave here, bungee corded in. It's pretty tight. It actually doesn't move. And then we're getting ready to move, so that's why it's here today. But when we're stationary for a while, we have it up on our counter space right here, and this is the plug up here for the microwave. But so here's the kitchen. We've got a little L-shaped kitchen here. A 3-burner stove, and you know, oven, some storage below. Really have been impressed with the amount of storage that we have in our kitchen. So you know, it's been nice, and some storage under the sink. And we like having the 2 sinks. So some of the newer models we've seen, I think I did a tour of a 25-foot 2017 Flying Cloud, and I want to say it just had one kind of larger sink, but we like to be able to clean the dishes in here and then let them dry in here. So here's our Frigerator and Freezer. Nice size, especially just for the 2 of us, but even if it was more than us, plenty of food fits in here. And yeah. So anyways, we'll move back down towards the bedroom. And so when you come in, if you go to the right, you come into our bedroom. And so it's a queen, RV queen size. We put a little gel mattress topper on top. It's really comfortable. We've got storage above the bed. What we've opted to do for our storage is we bought these little kind of collapsible baskets, and they fit nicely in here. I think we got these at Michael's. And that's what we kind of store our clothes in. And we also have closets on either side. Ryan's closet is actually neater than mine right now, so we're going to show you that one. But so you can have some hanging clothes, and then Ryan likes to use these little storage compartment bags that work really well for storing some of his clothes. And then there's also storage under the bed, which we're not going to show you because it's too heavy to lift it up. And right now we've got our TV on the bed because we're getting ready to move. But normally when we're stationary, we actually set that bad boy up right here. And, you know, the cable electrical outlet for that right there. So one thing we did, one of the modifications we made when we bought this was the window treatment. So there were these, like, you pull together these little curtains that were on this track system. They were flimsy, they were white, they looked kind of stained, and they didn't really do a good job of keeping out the light. So we bought these at IKEA, and we weren't sure if they were going to work, but they worked really well. They look a lot cleaner. They do a better job of keeping it shaded. And then when we're traveling, we just stow them up, and they've held up really well. One thing we would like to do is kind of modify this a little bit better so like it's not just a flimsy little hook there. So, you know, next project. So we have a door here, and we can separate, we can totally close off our bedroom if we want to. And there's a vent above us and some cubbies next to the bed so we can put our books and whatnot there. So come on back out here. We have storage below the dinette, and pretty deep storage containers that we put, there's our Airstream manual and some books back there, and batteries and tape and all that kind of stuff you need. Right here, we use this cutting board quite a bit, a nice little extra counter surface to have here. So let's move back towards the back. We'll go into the bathroom first. So we have a pretty good sized bathroom. I've been happy with it. Bathroom was kind of a big deal to me. I didn't want, you know, I wanted to have a little bit of space back here. So the shower's pretty big. I can stand up in here. Ryan pretty much can stand all the way up in here. We have this kind of lower flow. I think it's only like a gallon a minute or something that comes out of this, but this is nice, this shower head, which actually I'm going to lay that down in the bed of the shower because we're getting ready to move, and if I don't lay it down, it'll eventually fall down. I don't want it to break. One thing that helps in the bathroom with storage is this hanging basket. We got it at IKEA, and we can't leave it up when we're traveling down the road because it'll kind of jostle things out of it. So we usually lay it on one of the back bunks. But when we're stationary, we leave this hanging up. Great extra storage. But the storage in the bathroom is below the sink, and then also one of the mirrors here. It's got a nice deep storage container, so it's kind of messy in there. Sorry about that. But yeah, so that's the bathroom. And this is the bunkhouse. So this is great for guests, but truly we don't need this space. So ideally, if you know, we'd like a little bit smaller of an RV, and we really don't need this, but it is nice when we have guests in town. Currently my sister and her boyfriend are visiting us, so it's great to have a place to put them up. So we do like that, but for the most part we don't get that many visitors, so we really don't need it. But pretty comfortable bunk beds. My sister's boyfriend is 6'2", 6'3". He fits in here just fine. The lower bunk's a little bit bigger than the top bunk. And there's a window here and a window there. And storage, nice big storage container here where we put some of our paper towels and medications and whatnot. And then there's 2 cubby holes here for storage as well. And right now we have the sink covers hanging up in here, which we'll put in place in a little bit to go down the road. We do have these large storage compartments here. In this one we keep all of our pots and pans and whatnot, which in a separate video we're going to go over what we chose to take with us along the road. So we'll that's a video to come. We keep some clothes and sleeping bags in here. I would open this up, but it's super messy and I don't want things to fall out. These are great. They didn't come in the RV. We added these little over the cabinet's still shut with these on there, and just add a nice little hanging surface for our towels. We got these at World Market, I think. But yeah, that is a tour of Odyssey, and we hope you've enjoyed it.